Arizona will be making national headlines today when the U.S. Department of Justice releases results of its investigation into the Phoenix Police Department. Now, back in August of 2021, several issues led the DOJ to begin this investigation in the first place, looking into both officers and leadership.
And the big question now on everyone's mind this morning is how this will all come to an end. This is a story 12 News journalist Bram Resnick has been following for us for nearly 3 years now.
Okay, so Bram, you have two guests with you right now who will help walk us through what prompted this investigation at first and what's likely to happen once those findings are released.
That's right. For 3 years now, the Department of Justice has been investigating whether Phoenix police violated the civil rights of the citizens they've sworn to protect. Today, we learn the findings of this unprecedented investigation and what comes next. Joining us are two people with different perspectives, Phoenix City Councilwoman Ann O'Brien and Jared Keenan. He's legal director of the ACLU of Arizona. Welcome to you both. Councilwoman, I will start with you. Basic question, what is at stake in this investigation for Phoenix residents, for law enforcement?
Well, I would say that local control is at stake. Our tax dollars are at stake. We would no longer have control of our budget.
And you're saying that largely because the DOJ will announce findings and could order the city to do something.
Well, because ultimately the DOJ would want the city to agree to go into a consent decree, which would put us under a federal court order with a costly outside monitor.
Jared Keenan, same question. What's at stake here?
Sure. Well, I think first and foremost, this report is going to confirm what everyone should know from countless lawsuits, media reports, and public outcry that the Phoenix police routinely violate the civil rights of the citizens and folks in Phoenix. And this is just a start of what should be a concerted effort to fix those problems, but city leadership seems to be unwilling to even discuss that.
We're on uncharted waters here. These investigations aren't unusual. This one's different. Phoenix did not cooperate with the Department of Justice ahead of its findings today. And so the city of Phoenix is going to find out with the rest of us exactly what's been found. Why did the city of Phoenix choose not to cooperate, or I could see you give me a quizzical look.
We have been cooperating.
Put this in your words.
So we have been cooperating all along. They've been here for nearly 3.5 years. You touched on a couple of the statistics. We've provided over 179,000 documents, over 20,000 terabytes worth of data, 220,000 body-worn cam videos, along with interviews of Phoenix staff and police department, including our police chief and city manager. To say that we are uncooperative, I think is a disservice to the city of Phoenix.
In the sense that now in the final, as this heads to the finish line, the city did not want to learn, DOJ would have given them a chance to learn what the findings are and get a consent decree in place or underway before the findings were announced.
Only if you sign an agreement in principle. And so I would ask anybody, would you sign a document that says you're going to go to jail and pay a fine, not knowing how long you might go to jail and not knowing how much that fine is? Would you sign that document, Bram?
Jared Keenan?
Sure. I think that response was a bit disingenuous and sort of not accurate. What the DOJ was asking the city to do was simply to come to the table in good faith to discuss how to possibly fix the problems with the Phoenix police, and the city refused to do that. The fact that the city is more concerned with tax dollars than the lives and rights of its citizens is just telling, and basically a very sad day for the city of Phoenix, in my opinion.
Last question. We have no idea what the DOJ is going to say today. What are your hopes or expectations?
I think the report, like I said, is going to confirm what we all know, that the Phoenix Police Department is one of the most violent and deadliest police forces in the country. They routinely violate the civil rights of people in Phoenix. And like I said, this is a start to a broader conversation about how what type of policing we want in the city of Phoenix, and I don't think it's what we have now. Ann
O'Brien, your hopes or expectations?
Well, I'm going to respectfully disagree. We have been making changes for years in our police department. Both the police department has made changes as well as the city council, including $15 million to increase our community assistance program. That we've changed our use of force policy with community input. We have a track record of doing this on our own independently. This is not the start. This is a continuation of making our police department better.
Ann O'Brien, Jared Keenan, thanks so much for joining us. Let's send it back to you.
All right, Bram, we Appreciate you and your two guests here joining us. I would strongly encourage everybody at home to head to 12news.com to see all of the reporting we have done on this since the very beginning, since this investigation from the DOJ was announced into the practices of the Phoenix Police Department. Again, we are expecting the results of this investigation in less than 4 hours around 10 a.m. We will be live right here on 12 News to break down what we learn. But until then, we have continuing coverage throughout the day on air here on 12 News, but also online at 12news.com.